Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.
Hey guys, Andy again. Yes, not the TV guide. Yeah, we're running a bit late again. Various reasons. I've been ill. We've had family stuff on, and Grant's been in Edinburgh. So, Andy
I
N,
am.
who are you, Mrs. Nicholson?
Amanda Nicholson.
And who are you, Mr. Colonel?
I'm Mr. Kerno, Grant Kerno, if you like, or G. Call me G, if you like.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Like James Bond or something.
Yeah, G. Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? Definitely G Bond. Yeah, yeah, G. Dun 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 dun. Oh God. Anyway,
Gin, not gin, not martini.
God, yeah, knowing you, bloody black, bloody orange, bloody squash juice, knowing you, not bloody martini, wasn't it? So, Amanda, what is not the TV guide?
It's a podcast where we talk about all the things that we've watched.
Yeah. Oh, there's fucking loads of it today. And I've sworn already, but well, fuck it. There's going to be plenty more bad language on one of my programs today. And I think Amanda's got some bad language on one of hers as well. So don't say I didn't warn you people, okay? So
Yeah.
we'll go to a bit of news first because Grant's been incredibly busy in August. So he's been in Edinburgh, haven't you? So how did your experience at the Fringe go, Ed Grant?
Yeah, it was good. I had a lot of good fun. Yeah, I was doing my show at the Brewdog Hotel in Edinburgh. It's just like the Brewdog beer is their hotel there, so it was quite a cool little venue there. The staff were really nice, and yeah, so I did 8 shows there, and they all went really well. I enjoyed it. So managed to shift a few CDs, got rid of 10 CDs, so that's pretty good. And
That sounds good to me. Did you see any other good shows when you were there? Anything you could recommend?
yeah. So one of the favourites one was this guy called Gary Starr. He's actually playing in Salford, actually. I think coming up the next weekend or the weekend after. It's called Penguins. It's a guy who does it's a clowning show. He does every single version, every Penguin classic in 1 hour. So he interprets it. So I wouldn't say much about it, but Mandy, you might like it. He's basically he's naked apart from a penguin jacket on and some flippers and a top hat. Yeah, so he's dressed as a classic penguin.
Now, if I was in the same room as Amanda, I'd be putting my hand over her eyes in this case, Grant, but we're not. So
it was quite weird, surreal at first, and then he even does crowd surfing. So I had this like naked man that's carrying across the stage.
I can't even name any Penguin songs, John. So what Penguin songs?
Oh, the classics, Penguin classics. So it's like The Grapes of Wrath, like Killer Mockingbird. It's all like the classic books, but it does some really funny versions of it. So yeah. Like one of my favourites one was The Grapes of Wrath because you got 2 audience members that have a fight with grapes thrown at each other, throwing at him, and it got quite silly. It was just kind of silly humour like that. So
ideal for you, mate. It sounds absolutely mental. Right, Amanda,
I was really laughing a lot.
Do you want me to get your tickets, Amanda, booked in then?
No, but I had.
So, apart from that, yeah, Amanda, what have you been up to then?
So I've been working on a novel that I've not told that many people about.
What is the novel?
It's top secret, but I can tell you it's about women killing men.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I hope it's not a non-fiction book. Well, I was going to say, Amanda, then I hope it's not. I hope it's fiction anyway, because otherwise I'm married to you.
I know you'll be next.
I'm next. She has a habit sometimes, Grant, when she wants to freak me out. She goes to me and said, "You're next." Like that in a really deep, nasty, sinister voice. Yeah. So
it's usually when we're at a speakeasy or something, and he's on next, I'm just telling him he's next on reading. I don't know what he thinks I'm saying.
No comment. That's all I'm going to say. Oh God, my news. Well, I've got to try and sort out a non-fiction book. I've got a non-fiction book ready. I've been a bit busy because as you know, Grant, I was unemployed for a couple of months in the summer, and touch wood, the job I'm at, and it's going to go okay. So I did a book about that. Just got weekly columns. So I've got it all re-edited with extra stuff, and when I get a chance, it'll be on the CV. So that's me at the moment, anyway. So anyway, then, not the TV guide. Now, before we go into the programs we're going to review this month, and there is a shitload, and I wanted to do a few bits and dispatches first tonight. It's a bit different, and some of these we will be talking about next month. Yeah. First of all, Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose, baby. Now, Amanda, was it, because we're not going to do a full review of this, probably do it next month. It deserves it. It was one of the best films I've seen in bloody ages. It was. And it was me. It was the best film I've seen Tim Burton do well over 10 years.
Oh, yeah, for ages. Yeah.
Ages and ages. But Amanda, was there any good bits in that film that really stood out to you?
Yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but there's a certain character that I love and they died. They made me cry.
Oh,
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm sad about that.
yeah, it was really sad. That was, honestly. I loved the bit when Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice went and they did about a verse of Richard Marx's Right Here Waiting, and I was absolutely it was absolutely electric because my sister's a big fan of him. Now, do you want to embarrass somebody you know, Grant? Didn't you tell us before somebody you know been to see him live recently?
Yeah, my boss at work. I'm not going to mention her name here. My boss Karen. She went to see him at Birmingham a few months ago. Said he was absolutely amazing. Also, she said how he's still gorgeous. Apparently.
Well, he's what? He's older than me. He's got to be way into his 60s. He's got to be pushing 60.
When she said that, I didn't know who he was, and then I went on Spotify and I went, "Oh my god, he's got some amazing songs! I know these ones. I just know him from listening to radio too. I've heard them about a million times." So yes.
Probably do. Like that's why. You think when he came out originally in '89, Right Here Waiting, my sister at the time, Louise was 15, I was 17, and she used to walk around our house singing the first two verses of that song all the bloody time. Oh, dear. Anyway, that was enough of that. So, yeah. But, Grant, was there any really good scenes you liked on that Beetlejuice stand in your head?
The end scene was my favourite, the wedding scene.
Oh, that wedding scene was extraordinary, wasn't it?
I really think, and I absolutely love that song that's featured in it. So yeah, it was amazing. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
it went into people wondering. We don't have to give too much away because it went into full on musical bit at one point. It was amazing. Yeah. So, do you both think we could get a Beetlejuice 3?
I think so.
Well, it's taken them a long time, isn't it, to make a second one? But then again, you never know. They might have just got in the groove of it. They now, I think, bringing him back was the hardest thing, wasn't it? But they're now established all the new characters and stuff. Probably be a bit easier to go in a different direction because it was kind of a bit like a bit familiar, wasn't it? The same, the same house and same old characters. And then the underworld and stuff, but they can always go in different directions. Whether it might come out in the real life or something like that, I don't know. They've got loads of ways they can take it, can't they? So maybe I bet Michael Keaton would be up for it. I mean, it's done really well, hasn't it, in the box office? They'd be mad not to make another one if they can.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest hits of the year. Unlike films like The Crow.
Oh, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
No, I've got no interest in it.
I seen the original with Brandon Lee, and I read the comic as well. And I saw the trailer, and I was snickering for that trailer in a bad way. And it's flopped, and it deserved, unfortunately. So no way I was watching that crap of the trailers. And they always say with trailers, don't they? Trailers meant to give you sometimes the best bits of a film away. And that trailer, if that's the best bits in the film, there's going to be another 2 hours of absolute tripe on it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, dispatches time. I have to ask Grant, which Star Wars series has got cancelled since the last time we talked?
Should we really laugh about this? It's the
Oh dear, what a shame. 150 million wasted at Disney, and that's absolutely shite. Right? I know.
We'll never see Yoda again.
Oh, we probably will, but not the way you think it will be. Oh dear. And what got me was when the news broke, there were several magazines and journals saying, "Oh, the marvelous Acolyte got been cancelled," and I thought,
"Yeah,
did you watch that shite, mate?"
Yeah, I know it's so awful, but yeah, but as I said, I'm kind of halfway through there's actually a good Star Wars program on Disney Plus. So I think I've told you both to watch Rebuild the Galaxy. There's a Lego show.
We are going to watch that. We are going to watch that, to be honest.
Watch it because I'll give it out to people. There is the first ever canonical appearance of Darth Jar Jar. So you have to watch it. It's amazing when he comes on stage. He goes,
that does sound fun.
You're going to die. That's what he says.
Isn't there another Star Wars series in a way? Skeleton Crew with Jude Law and
Yeah, it's coming out at Christmas time. Yeah, I think
Christmas time before. So yeah, and I know we've got another Marvel series out this week as well, haven't we? As well.
Yeah, Agatha. Yeah.
Amanda's got a nice little deal on Disney, haven't you, Amanda? So we're going to watch that.
Yeah. They've given me another $99 a month, 3 months.
So we're going to be on that one for a bit. So yeah, so we're going to watch that. And Tracker's due on fairly soon as well. So which we're Tracker season, which has got more Jensen Ackles in, right?
I know.
And his picture's gone round of his new series, and I forgot the name of it. He's shooting for Prime at the moment as well, so that one's in production as well. So sound like
he's where he's in the police uniform.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
it's exclusive.
Arrest
me, Jensen. I've been gone.
Right. The last bit of dispatches I want to talk about anyway is, and I can't ask Amanda for much comments, as you've not seen the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, have you, Grant?
No, but it's got the main man in, isn't it? Reacher.
Yeah. How do you put this, Amanda? Should we say? Do you think it was very historical accurate, Amanda?
Not so much, no.
What they did, Grant, at the end of it was they put pictures of all the people up of it, so people were based on, and they didn't look absolutely nothing out of people in the film.
I do remember that bit.
Well, did the Reacher guy have an incredible body or not?
He had a vest on most of it, but he had this ridiculous moustache, Amanda, didn't
he? Yeah.
It was absolute. They'd done it that way on purpose to try and give him the distance from Reacher. And he must have killed about 200 Nazis by himself.
Good.
It was just the body count was getting ridiculous at the last big fight, Amanda, wasn't it? Yeah. It was just like he was running down the corridor, kills 5, kills another 5, smashes 2 heads together. I just went absolute lunacy. It did, but yeah, I think Grant should watch it. What do you think, Amanda? Should he watch that?
Yeah, definitely. But I recommend being really drunk when you watch it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend.
I've never watched Argyle yet. That's another one you need to get drunk for, isn't it?
Oh, good God! Yeah, don't even start me on Argyle. Oh. Was it last? That was last year, wasn't it? Or this year, wasn't it? Oh my God!
It was this year. Yeah, it was this year. Yeah.
It just shows you, really. But Amanda would agree with me. If Madam Web hadn't come out 3 weeks later, Argyle had probably been my tip for the worst fucking film of the year. But anyway, okay, Madam Shite. Is there anything you want to add to that?
But no, we love that.
Anyway, let's move on, okay? On to first probe day. And yeah, this time people will notice we've been a bit scattershot this time. I don't think we've been as organised as we usually are. So we have got one program between the 3 of us, and that is the new Batman series, Caped Crusader. Now, I do have notes on this if people want to bear with me. I'll read out what they were. This is organised. This is even. Notice tension now. This is organised. Yes. Right. Oh, bollocks. Oh, there we are. Caped Crusader. I didn't think I had them saved. And right, they are. This is what it's been described as on one of the reviews. The Guardian described this as this actually. A stripped-down, true and honest noir take on Batman with a dash of pulp mixed in with some of the villains. Excellent supporting cast, some great reinventions. Penguin, for example. Now, I've got to ask Amanda a question here, first of all. And Catwoman. Grant, did you know who voiced Catwoman in this?
Yeah, well, at first I was watching it, I was recognising the voice, and then I was like, "What?" I was like, "This is a very sultry voice. I like it." and then check the credits. I was like, "Christina Ricci." I was like, "Yes, I love that." Yes.
I know, and I know you were saying something about Christina Ricci to me before, Amanda, weren't you? Did you say when you were at school, or the lads fancied her or something?
Usually all the boys that I fancied her, so I had no chance because I didn't look anything like that.
Yeah, but no, I said she was brilliant. But I felt it was a really good series, actually, truth be told. So I really, really enjoyed it. But I know you were drawn to it, Grant, weren't you? By someone executive produced it. I was well into this because Ed Bruckenbender wrote it, or a big chunk of it, and he was directing it. All right. And he's a really, really good comics writer. And he's got his debut TV series out on Prime next year called Criminal, which I am well up for that, right? That's one of the best comics going. It's a proper heist comic drama. So,
no.
And they keep announcing there is new cast members to that. So it seems like there's about 500 people been announced for that so far now. So, but anyway, Grant, what did you think to Caped Crusader?
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it because basically I'm a huge fan of the Batman animated series. I have it on Blu-ray, so I still watch it. I still love it. I used to watch it, love it as a kid, and because it's done by Bruce Timm. I love his artwork, his art style. So thought the Bat coming together for it. That was really cool. And then I was reading they offered him to continue the new animation, the animated series again, but then he was like, no, I want to do it more adult, a bit more different direction. And I thought it was a really good idea because I love the kind of 1940s style of it, the noir vibes, and and I thought all the kind of villains they brought in were a bit different than they normally have. And I like Gentleman Ghost. I thought he was cool, and I've only ever seen him in the Lego Batman movie, so it was good to see him properly in it. And and I loved the way they did Harvey Dent. I thought that was really awesome. It was Clayface. They were just a bit. Still like classic characters, but just done a bit differently. And like especially like Harley Quinn, for example, that was really different. Like that was really more psychological, wasn't it? Like really twisted. Yeah, so it was quite adult. Some of it was kind of like some bits I would go, "Ooh," it was shocked. Like it was very quite adult, wasn't it? That compared to like the animated series, it was kind of went a bit darker, didn't it? But I thought it was really really good. Loved the art style, the kind of detective nature of it. Yeah, it was just cool, really cool.
Amanda, I know you've not made lots of notes on this one, but how did you feel about a female penguin?
Yeah, it was something different because I know it's been done a lot. So it's like it's good to have something a bit different to make it stand out from everything else.
Yeah, I thought that was a really bold move because it was the first episode. Yeah. And I thought that's setting the scene, letting know people there's different things going to happen here. And now I really enjoyed the second episode as well, actually. And I'll take my notes why in a minute, because that was the one where we had it about the actual the favourite episode, which was... I've not wrote it down either. Oh, bloody hell. I know, it was because it's wrote by Greg
Clayface one.
Yeah, the Clayface one, where the glamorous movie star disappears. Batman and Detective Montoya find themselves tangled up with dark web and mysterious avenger haunting the sound stages. Now, what I really liked about this was, and I know you were the same as Amanda, was at the end of it, the dialogue between the men was really ridiculously cheesy. But then you had the women doing the more realistic dialogue on the side of it. And I thought that was really, really clever. You know what I mean? It gives it a different sort of vibe to it altogether. So, and I think it was a really clever series, actually. Really, really enjoyed this series in total. That's why. So, now, people are wondering, I can't go into the ending too much because one member of the team's not seen the final episode. Have you, Grant?
No, sorry. Going to watch it soon. They're going to watch it tonight. But yeah, I watched 9 episodes and I really loved it.
Yeah. Is there anything Man, did you want to comment about this series? Why ask Grant anymore?
No, I was sort of watching. It's one of those things for me. I was just watching it just to have something to watch, really. I didn't hate it.
It was an angel.
Meow,
meow, meow.
Yeah, because I just have like a guest spot in Batman. It
reminds me as well. I'm talking about Buffy. Reminds me. Did you read? There's a big interview going around by Spike this week, where in season 6, what did he try doing to Buffy?
Oh yeah, no. He's always said he really hated filming that scene, and he felt horrible about it afterwards.
Yeah, the scene in Buffy season 6, I'm like Grant, where he tries to repute. I've not seen it. Where he tries raping Buffy or something, doesn't he? Yeah. And he did quite a lengthy interview going on about the counselling he had to have after that. He did.
Really? Yeah, he said it was a really horrible scene to film.
Oh my gosh!
I know
that evil Joss Whedon telling him to do that.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway, back onto Batman. Anyway, how do you feel about Batman's relationship with Alfred in this? He was quite distant with him, wasn't he? For a good part of the series.
I didn't like him calling him Pennyworth all the time. It was a bit cold. He was a bit of a different Batman. He was a bit colder, wasn't he? Maybe I mean, they did tie into a little bit of his issues with Harley Quinn, and they had the therapy scene and all that, the unresolvedness still of his parents' death. But it was quite interesting to take on it, really. A bit colder, wasn't it? Not really the father-son relationship we normally see, or the kind of like the super or the best friend BBF, really, where he's come into Batman's help all the time, but then he's yeah, I thought it was I like the way Alfred was displayed. I thought it was really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting. It was different, but I got used to it in the end. But yeah, I kind of miss that old kind of camaraderie they have normally in these cartoons. They're normally quite mega pals, aren't they? No real tension there, is there normally? So yeah,
No, it might change second season. You know, if they do a second season, I believe it has been renewed, but this was in development hell for quite a while because it was due to get picked up by, I think it was Netflix somewhere, and it was going back. It was going around the studio for a good 18 months afterwards. It got dropped last minute, so that's why. Now, the only one thing I disliked about this series, actually, Grant and Amanda, was a character in it came in it called Papa Shango. Oh, Papa Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Midnight. Sorry, I know someone called Papa Shango.
Oh, London Midnight.
Yeah, Papa Midnight. And he's a voodoo magician. I know him because you wouldn't know this, Grant, and Amanda wouldn't know this, but he's been quite a major supporter in the John Constantine comics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and I was hope that said to me straight. I didn't like the way they used me. I thought it was a bit crap, to be honest with you. But it did make me hopeful that Matt Ryan might be in the second season as John Constantine.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping for maybe Swamp Thing as well. So, but anyway, has either you two got anything else you want to say about this series?
No.
I've got one more thing to say about it. I just remembered. I really like the villain on Tomatopia. Do you remember that episode where he just kind of went splish splosh every time he killed someone? He just went dip top, whatever. yeah. I didn't realize that was a Kevin Smith. I had to Google who it was. I didn't never heard of the character before, but Kevin Smith came up with it. Yeah, so he was just. I thought that was quite a funny character. Yeah.
That explains why I hadn't heard of him, don't you? There was a few villains in it I hadn't really come across before.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of them when I finished.
I think that's good, really, because you don't want them relying constantly on the same old people anyway.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I had full visions of this series, the way it was going. We were going to end up with 10 episodes about Penguin, which we didn't. Right, so that's nothing I had on that one. So, but yeah, we'll see if we get a second season anyway. So
yeah, right. Definitely.
Hopefully, yeah. So, Amanda, what are you giving this out of 10?
I'll give it a 7.
Grant, what do you fancy for this?
Oh, I'll give it an 8.5. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, 8 for me. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a really good series. And what I think was good about it was the fact the episodes were quite short as well, weren't they? So
yeah,
I think when you're doing 20, 22, 23-minute episodes, it's nice to watch over tea time. Although it's a bit disturbing in places, so which we were doing. So, but I guess saying that actually, Amanda's been watching worse stuff over tea time, haven't you, Amanda? Some of your supernatural episodes.
We always end up eating tea and watching something that makes us wish that we weren't eating.
Yeah. Story of my life, that one with you, Amanda. So, right. Anyway, guys, we've got loads today. Let's move on. Right. Okay. Yeah, well, the plan here is I've got 1 solo thing, Amanda's got 2, me and Amanda have got 3, and Grant's got 3. So let's start off with Grant then. What do you want to talk about next?
Okie dokie. I'll talk about probably the darkest show I watched, which was Baby Reindeer. So yeah, you've not gone around to watching it, have you yet? So no,
you better tell people that don't know what Baby Reindeer is. You better tell them what it is, Grant, briefly, because I've read a lot about this, and there's a lawsuit going through it. So
I know, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of put me off about because of all the mega press about it, but then I thought I'll watch it. So if you don't know, it's about a comedian. It's based on a true story. Richard Gadd, a Scottish comedian, who was unfortunately stalked, and then he was also sexually abused by someone in the comedy industry. So it's just about his trauma, really.
Trauma.
Yeah, a lot of trauma. But it's meant to be it's a black comedy. There is funny bits in it, but yeah, there's a lot of harrowing scenes and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't an easy watch, to be honest with you. But then it was kind of I got really addicted to it. Apparently, like I had to finish the story. But yeah, but at first I had hesitations about it because of all the press about it, and then also like what's the point of this? They're just exploiting a vulnerable mental ill person. But then when you watched it, it was actually brilliantly written. It was really, really good. It showed you a lot of sympathy for the character who was the stalker, but also just to deal with trauma itself. How men can repress their feelings, and you watch it, a lot of it, and he does make a lot of terrible decisions, but it comes from just being completely repressed and not dealing with your trauma stuff. So it's really, really, really good. I felt it was really well done, and I loved it at the end. Really, really impressed by it. So yeah, I think it's worth watch. But yeah, it's a difficult watch. There's some scenes are quite difficult, and it really goes there. It's very unflinching. It just goes to with it. But then you really enjoy the characters in it, and even feel sympathy for Martha at the end. But yeah, I was doing a gig the other day, and someone shouted "Baby Reindeer" at me. I didn't know if it was they thought Dalek was Martha.
Oh.
but I think it was more of a reference to Richard Gadd's alternative comedy act he does in the show, which is all like props and silly stuff in there.
Oh, dear.
So they probably thought he's a weird comedian in the pub. So yeah, but no, then I finally watched it, and then I think this is what they were talking about. They think Mini Dalek is stalking me. but I know, no, it's really, really, it's really worth watching. But as I said, it is difficult to watch. It's but it does make you think about the way people can not process trauma and what the effect it has if you don't deal with it. So yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
Amanda, is there anything you want to ask Grant about this series?
No, I was a bit reluctant to watch it because I heard that it wasn't completely fact-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what put me off, because obviously with the lawsuit going round, it's got really, really personalised, and it's and it has had a massive amount of hype as well. And I don't know, it's something we might watch in the future, but again,
I really recommend it, because I was the same. I was on the fence of it, and I thought, I'll watch it, and I was engrossed by it, and then I thought, you know what, it's not what I thought it was. It was a different show than what I expected. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I definitely think it's one of the best things I've seen this year. But it was that good.
Oh, wow!
But the actor, Richard Gadd's like really good acting in it, and the girl who plays Martha, she's brilliant as well. So yeah, it addresses a lot of issues and stuff. And I think maybe I relate to more because it's about struggling comedians, so maybe I related to it quite too much.
And you've been stalked by Mini Dalek.
I've been stalked myself.
It's stalked by your unburied pet, aren't you, Mini Dalek? Yeah, completely. Was there obviously you've been positive here, Grant, for all of it. I have to ask you the negative question. What was the weaknesses behind the series for you? Was there any weaknesses?
No, not really. The only thing is, what I'll probably say is that it was kind of you did. There were parts of it where you were just shouting at the screen, like going, "Why are you being such an idiot?" He was making like terrible decisions, but then again, I think that's part of what he was showing really, that that he was just kind of a desperate character, and it made him. He kind of loved the attention from Martha and also the attention from his abuser. So yeah, I think it was really well written. I thought it was. Yeah, as I said, I thought it was fantastic. I was really, at the end, I was like, "No, that was really, really good. Really enjoyed that."
No, good to me. Good to me. Do you think could there be a season 2?
Oh, I don't think so. No, unless something horrible in real life happens again to him. Yeah.
No, I agree completely. Amanda, is there anything else you want to ask Grant before we get him to market?
No.
Grant, is there anything else you need to bring up as a point before we market?
No. I really enjoyed it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's made you not give it that one extra mark then for 10 out of 10?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm just being harsh. Maybe because it isn't particularly enjoyable, because it is quite grim, like the subject matter. But I don't know. I'm being really hard. I'll give it. It's very close to a 10. To be honest with you, I thought it was excellent. Yeah, really good.
Fair play, mate. Indeed. So no, it's had a lot of good reviews, and I'm the same about Amanda. It's
won 4 Emmys as well. And I think it deserved it for writing and acting. He was brilliant in it. So yeah.
It's on the bucket list, definitely. We'll watch it sometime, definitely. So
yeah, right. Recommend it.
Okay, Amanda, onto your list now. What have you got for us? What do you want to review?
Season 4 of Angel.
Oh, outward turn. Just for Grant, right? Grant, what do you want to ask her then?
Is it? How many seasons are left?
There's one more after this.
What do you
Well, the review that I've written is mostly just a list of things that I hate about season 4 with a tiny
Oh,
little bit
okay.
about what I
Sounds
liked at the
interesting.
end. So everything I hate about season 4 is Wesley sleeping with Lila, Fred and
Okay.
Gunn breaking up, everything about Connor, Cordelia coming back from being a higher power and having no memory, then getting a memory back and sleeping with Connor, even though she's in her 20s and he's 18, and she changed his nappies when he was a baby, so it's a bit creepy.
Yeah.
Jasmine and her stupid wormy face. And the other thing that I liked were cameos from Faith and Willow.
Oh,
See, now, Grant, what does that tell you there? Do you think Amanda really liked this series?
yeah. She loved it.
Yeah, I think secretly she really, really liked this series. Is that true, Amanda? Secretly, did you really, really like it?
Yeah, you should see what I'd say about it if I hated it.
Oh, yeah. It'd be beep.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, Amanda, wasn't this a series where there was a lot of trouble behind the scenes with this, wasn't there?
Yeah, this was when the whole problem started when the actress that played Cordelia got pregnant, and a certain person is reported to have told her to get rid of it, and she wouldn't, and he threw all his toys out the pram.
So like it's a bit of a contentious season. I know you told me before,
Yeah.
Amanda, now quite a lot of Angel fans disliked this series, didn't they? So,
Yeah.
and there was I've heard a rumor going on this one, Grant. They bought in Spike for season 5 to try and reappraise the fans because they were losing fans in that 4th season, apparently.
Oh, okay.
That's why. But again, I've not watched it. And Grant, I'm sure like me, you want to watch it, don't you?
Oh, it does now after that.
See? Good. Right, okay. Is there anything else you want to say, Amanda, seriously?
No.
All right, well, you better give us the slagging off mark then, hadn't you?
Yes.
3 out of 10.
What is it? Hang on, was that 3 episodes out of 10 that you liked? Or no, it's 2022, isn't it?
No, marking it 3 out of 10.
Oh, no.
I know. Grant, is there anything you want to ask before we move on? Like Angel season 4?
No.
Yeah, let's move on then. Right.
Have you got nothing nice to say? Don't say anything at all.
Yeah, I want to ask Amanda to review as well next. She's watched a John Cena film. She has, Grant. Just for you, was this on Prime, Amanda? This?
Yeah.
I'm requesting as a favour. I want to hear this next. I didn't watch this. I could see the big smile on her face with drink in her hand when she was watching this film. So I think she probably enjoyed it, right? So tell us about Jackpot then, Amanda.
So it's set in LA in 2030, and there's a lottery, and the jackpot winner has to survive until sundown to get the money. But anyone who kills them gets the money, but no guns and bullets are allowed. It's a bit like a sort of national lottery type thing meets The Purge.
Oh my God.
But with John Cena.
I thought it was a comedy. Is it quite serious?
It is a comedy.
I think it's Grant Wheaton was a very violent, over the top comedy. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go on, tell us about what John Cena was like in this, then, Amanda.
So he comes in to help a woman called Katie Kidd, who's a former child actress who's returned to acting, and she's entered the lottery. I'm not sure exactly how it happened because it was a bit of a sort of plot hole, though it wasn't explained properly. She's accidentally entered it. She doesn't know she's entered it until everybody starts trying to kill her and she realizes that she's won.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it does sound a bit. This does sound like The Purge.
Yeah, he's like a freelance lottery protection agent, and he offers to protect her for like so much percent of their money if he gets her till dawn.
Right. Does he get his kit off, Amanda?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay.
It was very sad.
Oh, Amanda's very upset over that. She is. Particularly afterwards at Peacemaker season 1 when he gets the full buff, doesn't he? So always remember that. So, oh yeah. Well, okay, Amanda, what was the strengths of this film for you then?
So there's a singer I don't really know much about him called Machine Gun Kelly, who had a guest appearance in there. And
all right, yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah,
he looked like a bit of a poser, but he was obviously up for laughing at himself, or they paid him enough money that he just didn't care. and he's got a panic room that they go to use. And there's like a running joke with like, what does he have to panic about? And there was like a sort of after credits thing at the end where he's like saying he sort of feels safe in his panic room and he needs a panic room in the panic room so he can panic in the panic room.
Brilliant. That's decent, that, Amanda. Oh dear. So, was there anything you didn't like about this film, particularly, Amanda?
Oh, I thought it was okay. It's not one that you've got to take seriously. It's a bit of a silly film, but I think it was quite fun.
Cool. Could you see this been a franchise?
Well, The Purge ended up being a franchise, so I think this could. This is like a sillier version of it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Grant, is there anything you want to ask Amanda about this?
Did they did they have to play like is it like the Running Man a bit? Is there any kind of like games they had to play, or is it just all just like walking around
It's
town
just
and
basically just kill the lottery winner and you take the winnings.
Oh, okay, yeah. So do they take the ticket out of his pocket or something? I don't know. What do they do?
Just as soon as you kill them, then
Right.
you get crowned the winner.
Oh, you get them. Oh, okay.
You've got the money then. It's not like tag where somebody tries to kill you. Once you've killed them, that's it then.
They're dead. Right. Fair enough. Noted. So, no, cool.
Sounds dark.
I think it's dark and twisted, which is
not
very
kind of dark humour, yeah.
Yeah, very Amandarisms. I think that's a good. Should we call that, Grant? Amandarisms, right? So definitely that. Amanda, then, is there anything else you want to talk about this film?
No, I can give it a mark if you want.
Yeah, you give it a mark.
8 out of 10.
Ooh,
you liked
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it quite a long film? Was it quite a long film, this one, Amanda?
It was less than 2 hours. I couldn't tell you exactly how long, but I don't think it was that long.
It's not too bad then. So no, that's not even fun. Fun for me, definitely in that one. So
you picture the UK version of it, like Dale Winton giving the balls and then him going down, him going outside a machine gun or something.
Yeah.
Definitely that one. So, all right, move on then. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do my TV one, okay, next, okay? And then that leaves us with 4 things for the second half, okay? So, cool. I have to ask Grant. I'll ask Grant, does he know what the series Person of Interest is or was?
I've heard of it, but I've no idea what it's about. I've heard the name somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, it's an old one with Grant. Jonathan Nolan did it about a few years ago. It was his big TV break, actually. It was before he went on to do
Westworld. Brother. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically I'll read up the blurb to you, okay? Harold Finch teams up with an ex-CIA agent to use the machine to prevent crimes before they are committed. However, they are pursued by the government and people who are interested in the machine. Now, this was created and actually sent to order to series in May 2011. It stars Jim Caviezel, who you might remember from that Jesus film that Mel Gibson did.
Oh yeah, Passion of Christ. Yeah,
Passion of Christ. Yeah. Taryn P. Henson, Kevin Chapman, and Michael Emerson, who are both Michael Emerson from Lost. Actually, he played the baddie in Lost, and also me and Amanda have been watching him in Evil recently as well.
Sounds evil.
Yeah, which was evil, to put it bluntly. So, right, Amanda, is there anything you want to ask me about this?
What got you into this originally?
I can't bloody remember, John. Right? Is that fair enough? It was one of those ones where I didn't get it. I wasn't in it in the beginning. I think it was halfway through season 1. I got it. One of those ones. Sometimes you're stumbling around things, aren't you? And I watched a trailer on YouTube, and then I went backtrack and I did it then. So, but I think it must have been something to do with Jonathan Nolan, because I do like Christopher Nolan's work generally. And
yeah.
I think he's a genius, and I think I found out that Jonathan Nolan had created it and was writing some of it. That's why. Yeah, I'll tell you why I got into this. I've got my notes here. It's because there was an episode called Foe when Alan Dale came into it. Do you know who Alan Dale is? Yeah.
Oh, Jim from Neighbours.
Yeah, Jim from Neighbours.
Yeah.
He comes in as Ulrich Collard, and it was a truly cold-blooded Russian killer.
Oh, okay.
And he was absolutely terrifying in it. It was and it was one of those ones where he really was creepy in it, right? That was the
I think
reason.
he starred in Once Upon a Time as well, and he was a bad one in that as well.
Yeah, he was in that. Not as evil as I remember. I did watch him in Once
No.
Upon a Time. He was more evil in person of interest. He was. And Amanda will be glad to know this was the right at the end of season 1. Amy Acker came into it as well, and she came in as a regular character in 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, Amanda, do you want to tell Grant who you know Amy Ackers as?
From Grant's favourite TV show, Angel, of course.
That's why she came in as a psychopath, basically, who turned goody, and she was just absolutely just mental, right? That's why she's called one of the sort of characters where you didn't know what she was going to do next, right? Is that a fair enough answer to you? Even when she turned goody in arguably the 3rd season. That's why she came in right at the end of it, and it shows me when they did that then, brought her in, they had serious plans in place for season 2. Because it's one of those ones where you both must have watched series like this, where the first season was just more like adventure per episode, nothing really carrying on. And the third season, particularly in Purse of Interest, they started doing recurring baddies in it, and a bit in the second as well. But the first season was really like just adventure of the week, or your threat of the week, and like that. And so it's an easier one to watch, but I don't think it's as good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Has either of you two got anything else you want to ask me about it?
No.
I was going to say, so is it an old series you've been, or is it a brand new series?
2011.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Or 2012 it came out, so it's about 12 years old, and it's not as good as what it came later on, but it was, you know what I mean, it's just binge with something to have in the background sometimes, and I enjoyed it, truth be told.
Oh, cool, yeah, because I used to quite like Westworld, and I mean, it went off the rails. I liked it at first, and then but then I do like Fallout. That's Jonathan Nolan as well, isn't it?
Oh
that,
yeah,
so, yeah,
we really like Fallout. Yeah, this is a bit more straightforward, John's. Yeah, thankfully, Westworld is one of those ones where. What season of Westworld did you watch, Amanda?
Oh, I think I watched one. Definitely watched the whole of season 1, and I think I watched part 2 before I just sort of felt a bit lost and give up on it.
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, I watched it all, but after the last series, but I just kind of tapped out really for. Well, the first series was brilliant. Really loved it, and then I just thought, kind of went a bit funny.
There's big rumours going around they're going to do a finale series, apparently.
Oh,
Westworld.
all right.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, it's Fallout season 2 to come first, anyway. So we'll see in that one.
Okie dokie.
Right, I better mark this and we'll wrap up part 1, haven't we? I suppose.
Yeah.
So, what do you reckon I'll give this out of 10, Amanda?
7 or 8, I think.
7.5, right? I might review some of the later ones, but it does improve. Definitely does improve. Okay, so we'll see. So, right, listen, folks. Yeah, we've gone on for a while here already, so we're going to wrap up part 1, and we have. Should we tell people, Grab, what we've got coming up in the second half?
We have House of Dragon, Series 2.
Yeah. And what else have we got, Grant, on your side?
I think I've got Cobra Kai Series 6 Part 1, I think.
Yes, you did. You did say that as well. Did you want to do Rebuild the Galaxy as well? I can't remember. You'll leave that to next time.
We'll save that for next episode. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Because
that's fine.
You'll like it. I think you'll like it, so we'll have a bit of a chat about it. Yeah.
Okay, Amanda, on our side, what have we got still to review?
We've got Those About to Die and Exploding Kittens, and We Might Regret This.
Yeah, and Grant's needs to watch We Might Regret This. That had one extraordinary scene in it, particular at the beginning, and it was like
Sorry, I've seen that scene, and I was having my dinner at the time, so I watched this some other point.
Yeah, we made the mistake of watching that one over dinner as well, man, didn't we? So right, guys, it goes. Yeah, see you all in 2 shakes of the dice.
Bye.
Maybe.
Not the TV guide.
Not the TV guide.